What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with the new video. I hope your weekend is getting off to a great start. Please make sure you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. Also make sure that you share this video on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you share our videos. I just want to say thank you to everyone who liked the previous video. It got over 2,500 likes. And it got about 100 dislikes.
There you go. Can you do me a favor? Can you turn the TV off?
Yes, okay. It's like you watch TMZ.
It's hot in here.
Listen, don't worry about that.
I'm in here. I had to worry about it.
Alright, I'll turn that fan on for you. I have the window open and mind you, no air is blowing through.
Really?
Yes. So, but I'm saying, so it got 100 dislikes. And
is this the first time we ever got that many dislikes?
No, we've had worse.
Oh.
But due to me. I mean, we had like, one video had like 300 dislikes. I was like, oh my God. So, there was, over 100 dislikes and a lot of comments. It was over 400 comments, like a lot of comments in a long time. And a lot of people was going back and forth. But a lot of people, they were really disappointed with what you had to say about the whole religion thing. And a lot of people agree with Azealia Banks. And a lot of people, I don't know. They were just saying a lot of stuff about you. Did you see any of those comments?
Mm-hmm. But why would they be disappointed about my interpretation of my beliefs and my religion?
They just were saying that you didn't listen to what she was saying.
None of us listened to what she said. We read it.
White people did make Africans come over and become
but
Christians.
That's not necessary. That's not.
It was just a whole.
That's not 100% true. Just like it's not 100% true that every guy that goes to jail comes out Muslim. That's not 100% true. Not all slaves that came to America were made Christians by their slave owners. Like I said in the last video, many racist whites, and do your history, or should I say do your homework. Many whites down south and across this country did not want slaves to become Christians because they feared that slaves would think if they had the same religious background as their masters, then somehow they would feel as though they were on the same level as their masters. And many racist whites did not want that. And that is ignorant and irresponsible and uneducated to say that all Africans that came to this country were made slaves. That is not true. And people know, well, those who are saying that it is true clearly don't know. And they need to do their homework. Like, I'm not just pulling this out of, it would be irresponsible for me to sit here and say, yes, everybody who came to Africa were made Christians. Does that even sound, that doesn't even sound, first of all, you can't even say that. You know why you can't even say that? Because not all slave masters were Christians. So how can you possibly say that all slaves were made Christians because of their masters? That is not true. That is just simply not true. Just like not all blacks are Democrats. Just like not all white people are racist. To say that all slaves that came to this country were made Christians because slave masters wanted them, that is not true. Like I said again, do your homework. Not all white people wanted Africans to become Christians.
What was so crazy to me is as I read through the comments, I only replied to different comments. I didn't reply to anyone that talked about you. And
somebody talked about me.
I would say 90% of the comments, they were positive. They were positive. Then you got the other 10%. But something that surprised me, it seemed like a lot of the comments were like, a lot of people were atheists, and I didn't know that. According to our,
well, you know what?
I didn't know.
You know what's so funny? A lot of people in the comments were atheists.
A lot of them.
You know what's so funny?
Oh, you believe in this?
Let me tell you something. I had a conversation with this girl that goes to my church who were reading the comments, the different comments from the post that I was posting on Instagram a few days before we had even made that video the other day. And you know what she said to me? She called me up and she said, Mikkel, I'm reading these comments. And she said, how much you bet half of the people that's leaving comments are atheists and they don't believe in anything. That's why they're going against what you are saying. And I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. And how about you just said that? See, let me tell you something. God will send a ram in the bush, won't he? Not all. Because I'm not going to say everybody who disagreed with me are atheists. Because I'm sure there were some Christians who disagreed with me. But I'm sure a lot of those people don't even know who they believe in if they believe in anybody. You know what I mean? So of course they're going to disagree with me. Hell, you got Azalea Banks, who I do believe, she don't believe in God either. You know why? You know why? I'm going to say this. Because any Christian, any practicing Christian, any Christian who knows their religion knows that when you talk about God or Jesus, you don't spell God lowercase G-O-D. She purposely did that. She knew what she was doing. Don't worship God, or there is no such thing as heaven. You need to worship the dead and the young. What is she talking about? Like, what is she talking about? That is not somebody who believes in a higher power than her. That is somebody who believes in nothing. Like, but I was wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know,
And
they're
one
not
thing,
going to
one
always
thing.
agree.
No, they're not going to always agree, and that's fine. That's fine. But I do have a platform to speak. So I'm going to speak. You know, I'm going to speak. They're not going to always agree, and that's fine. I love y'all just the same. I really do. Even though y'all don't agree, even though there was some that don't agree with me, I still love y'all. I mean, it is what it is. But the truth of the matter is, Azalea Banks knew exactly where she was going with those tweets when she tweeted them. She wanted to start a controversy. She wanted to start a conversation as old as the Bible. She wanted to start something. She wanted to be thought-provoking. And I'm glad that she was thought-provoking. That I will give her that, because it got a conversation started. But my only thing is, like I said in the last video, if you're going to tell part of the truth, I would rather you tell it all and don't tell none of it. Okay? Because some of what she said was true, but then there was some of it that you were just like, well, girl, why didn't you mention this? Or why didn't you mention that? You know what I mean? And even reading her comments, a Christian would know that something was not right about what she was saying, because she was so hell-bent on trying to convince everybody, because the mess, first of all, this is what I don't understand. Once she said that African slaves were made Christians because of their slave masters, then I said, okay, now what? Now that you've told us that, now what? So now that you have reminded us of this little tidbit on history, now what? Like, what is it that you're trying to say? What is it that you're trying to prove? Okay, many of us know this. So why are you bringing this up now? You know what I mean? Like, there was no, this is why I said this after that. It was just like, oh, y'all need to know this, y'all need to know that. You know what I mean? And instead of people actually defending her, I thought people would actually challenge her and say, well, why did you say that? Or why are you saying this? Or why? But nobody challenged her. There were so many people that were saying, oh, yeah, she's so right, and she's this, and she's that. And I'm thinking, like, nobody's challenging this. Y'all just going along with August Alsina say, you just going against the grain. Well, they going along with the grain. You know, they just...
I think point blank, I think that she don't like white people, period.
And that could be a lot...
And that's the main thing.
You better shut up.
That's the
she don't
main
like white
thing.
people,
don't
and
like
this
white
was her
people.
way
Yeah.
of saying. This was her way of. Let me tell you something. This is why I'm so happy. I use my brain. Somebody shout out to Roland. Shout out to Roland. He hit me up today, and he just
Roland Martin.
no, hell no. He's one of my followers. He's a singer, and he hit me up today, and he was just like, you know, I really appreciated your new video. He was like, I learned a lot. He was like, the history lesson that you gave, you know, I really appreciated it. This, that, and the third. And it took me back to high school, because I've always been one of those people that I've never settled for what it was that I was taught. I always wanted to go further and learn a little bit more. And it took me back to when I was in high school, 10th grade, Mr. Layton. He was our high school, my high school English teacher. And we had to do this report on World War II, and I think it was like the events that led up to World War II. And so I had did the report, and I got an A. Now, Mr. Layton, of course, you know how teachers would usually leave comments on your grades. You know. Mm-hmm. He put the A on my page, and then he cornered and sectioned off on my report a section for him to write this long paragraph. And when I read the paragraph, first I saw the A, and then I saw the paragraph, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? And he went on to say in the paragraph that not only did he enjoy my report, but he learned something in reading my report. He said there was something that you mentioned about First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt that I myself, as an English teacher, never knew. And I went back to go, you know, look it up, and I realized, and I discovered something that I never knew. And he said, I appreciated the fact that you actually took the effort to add a little bit more than what it was that you were expected to do. And that is what I'm saying to you guys. Don't just go off what Azealia Banks is saying. Go expand your mind. What I am saying is not far-fetched. Like, to honestly sit here and say that everybody that was born into this country were made Christians by slave owners, it's just absurd. It is just absurd. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, why would you even say that? Like, what I'm saying to you is not a lie. There were many blacks. There were many whites who just did not want us to have, they didn't even want us to sit in the same damn restaurant with them. So what makes you think that many of them would want us to have the same religion as them? They didn't want that. A lot of them did not want that. And to say, oh, well, yes, they did. And yes, we all, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know.
But let's not turn this into another.
I just know what Jay-Z said, you argue with a fool, you become a fool.
I just wanted your response to, a lot of people, just saying what they had to say.
Can I just say one last thing? Mm-hmm. Just research. Just research. Don't go off of what Azealia Banks said. Hell, don't even go off what your great-grandparents said. Because, according to Azealia Banks, they get their information from the slave master. Yeah, that's what she's basically, right? No? I'm just saying.
So today yesterday, because it's Friday. Yesterday, the Oscar nominations came out. And a lot of people were upset with the nominations. I found, to me, because there was no color, I felt like it was kind of like boring. It was just like the nominations, like it's like no really big Oscar buzz. It's just like, okay, here are the nominees. These are the films that's nominated. These are the directors nominated. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's just no fun factor to it. Because normally, like, if a person of color is nominated, everyone is going to, everybody's going to be talking about it. Congratulations.
Person of color nominated.
I know, none. So what I'm saying, and then I seen Meryl Streep was nominated again.
Right.
And I saw that,
and I don't understand why she was nominated. That's and I didn't even see it. I didn't even see Into the Woods, but I said they just give her that nomination. Yeah. No. They could have gave that to Oprah for that case.
Or the woman that played Coretta Scott. Like, she could have been Best Supporting Actress. Like, come on now. Y'all got your favorites, but they don't have to be nominated.
If y'all gave
every time.
Ruby an Oscar nomination, she was only an American Gangster about as quick as I snapped my damn finger.
Just to say they did it. That's why they did it.
Right. Well, we gave it to her.
It was surprising. I was surprised that Ava DuVernay was not nominated for Best Director. And you know what's so crazy? That if you're nominated for Best Picture, you need to be nominated for Best Director. And since they expanded to like 10 movies, like 8 to 10 movies, it takes away from those directors that didn't get nominated. Like, to me, that's like a slap in the face. Like, how you going to nominate me for Best Movie and then don't nominate me for Best Director when I directed this motherfucking movie? I felt bad for her. I felt bad that David Oyelowo wasn't nominated for Best Actor. A lot of actors that wasn't even just black got snubbed. But something that went through my mind is that, why is it that every year we only have to have one movie? Why can't we have several movies?
Actually, we did.
That's worth nominating.
Get On Up should have been the guy.
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about that too.
I got something to say when you're done.
Because that came out, in August, and it's like, damn, no nominations. And a lot of people were in that movie. Viola Davis, Chaz Boseman, the woman that won the Oscar. Her name always slips through my mind. I always see her face. But yes, like, it was no nominations for that. It's just, to me, it's getting boring. And you got all of these old people on the board. Y'all need to put some young faces in there that can get other movies nominated. It's time for me, I'm thinking that it's time for black films to be nominated or, put money behind to make a great movie. We shouldn't always have a movie that's nominated based on another person or a time period. Mm-hmm. Let's make a film that's original, original screenplay,
an original story.
Yes, an original story, and get nominated. Like, you know, come on now. We got all of these great. When is Angela Bassett going to get nominated for something again? When is Lawrence Fishburne going to get nominated for something again? When is Samuel L. Jackson, like, put these actors, great actors, in some serious roles, and let's get some movies started. Because I seen the picture today that had, Whoopi Goldberg, phony sidekick, Octavia Spencer, that's her name, Maid, Halle Berry, abusive mother, Monique, abusive mother. Like, let's give them some positive roles. Hollywood, y'all need to wake up. Because white people ain't the only one that put X's in the seats.
Okay.
Come on now. It's not just, we always got to have one token black film that should be nominated for something. This year it was Selma. Last year it was 12 Years a Slave. Come on.
Right.
Don't we have more than one great black movie?
That's what Hollywood's telling us. We don't.
You know, I'm going to give
Can I
you a
ask you a
chance to
question?
speak. Yes.
What is that?
What? Oh, God. Yes, I should have closed my drawer. I should have closed the drawer. I should have closed the drawer.
Because I'm sitting here and I keep looking like, wait, yes.
You know, should have closed it.
Yeah. Oh,
Something not important, don't you?
well, give it to me. I'll wrap it up and send it to Azalea Banks. She'll like that.
Ooh, you tried it.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what was I saying?
I need to push that to the back of the drawer.
Yeah, always.
All the way to the back.
One of them kids come walking downstairs with that. Oh, we got it with that.
Oh, no, it's not what you think.
No, it's not.
It ain't one of those.
No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Because I would know what that was. Listen, speaking of David, what's his last name?
Oyelowo.
Oyelowo. I think David Oyelowo was really good in Selma, but I don't think his performance was Oscar nomination worthy. I really don't. I think the guy who played James Brown was more worthy of an Oscar nomination because he really became James Brown. David Oyelowo, I think I've seen so many different Martin Luther King's people portray Martin Luther King. He was good, but it wasn't a wow factor. I think other people in that film I would have chosen to get an Oscar nomination before I said him. I definitely do believe that the director should have been nominated. Mm-hmm. I definitely believe that. But going back to what you said about, you know, films being nominated and then their director's not nominated, there's a lot of films who get nominated and their directors don't. I mean, that's just the name of the game. I actually think there's I may be wrong, but I think there's some films or some directors back in history that were nominated, but their films that they directed wasn't even nominated. It's just, you know.
It's just like sometimes like when the Grammys do album of the year and then don't put that album in best R&B album or best pop.
I mean, it's just the name of the game.
Sense.
I would love to know how they pick out the what's the name, but you know, the Academy members are the ones who vote, and the Academy members are the actors, the directors, the producers, all of them. Those are the people who go and they vote, and they, you know, they're the ones who actually choose who it is. There was something else I was going to say. I do want to say congratulations to Common and John Legend because they were nominated
for Best Original Song.
For Best Original Song. So, and I do believe that they will win. I just personally think that they will win. They should win, and I can't wait to see them perform at the Oscars because I know they are. The Oscar nominations, I rarely ever watch them, because like you said, it is boring, and I really could care less to watch them. But I do believe this is a song and dance that we've been saying for years and years and years. 87 years, and we only have about 7 or 8 actors, black actors,
12, 13
who won Oscars.
Jamie Foxx, Lou Gossett Ray, Cuba Gooding Jr. Lou Gossett Jr. I was thinking about Ray as in Jamie Foxx. Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait, hold on. Jamie Foxx, Louis Gossett Jr.
Denzel Washington, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Whoopi Goldberg, Jennifer Hudson, Octavia Spencer, Sidney Poitier. Oh my goodness, Hattie McDaniel, Halle Berry. And you know, some people get sound and mix them, but for acting itself, probably like 12, 13.
Yeah, like 12 or 13. In 87 years.
Mm-hmm.
Only 12
get all
actors.
of your life.
Get all of your life. In 87 years. And mind you,
and we got some classic movies.
And mind you, the first black actress to win an Oscar was just Halle Berry in 2002. And that was at the 73rd, 74th Oscar.
74th annual.
And Denzel Washington was the second black man to win an Oscar for Best Actor. And Sidney Poitier was the first. And when Denzel Washington won his Oscar for Best Actor in 2002, that was what? 10, 20, 30, almost 40 years after Sidney Poitier. Oh, okay. I guess. You know, like, we'll give him one every 20
And
years.
I'm gonna put Morgan Freeman in there when he won for $1 Million.
Oh, yeah, well, he did. I forgot. Yeah. How could we forget him?
So I think it's because Courtney is he's a student director. I want to know like what these young directors think of movie not labels. What do they call movie companies
the
or
film, the film,
industry?
the,
not putting money behind these projects because it's a lot of stories and a lot of original stories that could be told and be put on a higher platform, but they are not. They always have to go that independent route. It's just time. It's time. Every time we got a good movie, it's an independent film because nobody wanted to back it. And then they were saying that Ava DuVernay got a lot of great projects that I need to go back and look at. And it's just we're not gonna fund this, but y'all put a lot of bullshit in the movie theater.
Like Into the Woods. Like Into the fucking Woods.
No, Into the Woods was good.
Yeah, but I don't need to see all these cartoons.
That was a good music.
Yeah, but I don't need to see that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Because when I thought the movie was over, bitch, it was another 45 minutes.
Yeah, I bet. That's how I felt with Dreamgirls. Oh, is it still going on? I thought she said, "I'm telling you." And then I remember Beyonce didn't sing "Listen." But anyway, I'm just like, just stupid shit. Like, I'm really sitting through this.
Ow.
I don't want to go see no damn musicals no more. The '60s is over. It's just so many good projects, like you said, that could be put in film, but yet they wasted their money on this bullshit, and they wasted this money on this bullshit because these producers and these directors want to hire people like Johnny Depp and Meryl Streep to do these dumbass, goofy movies that people gonna forget about in 2 damn years. Into the fucking Woods. I don't want to go in the woods.
That was a good.
I'm sure it probably was a good movie. But but I would rather see more films with us in it than shit like Into the Woods.
Like a good movie that I don't think got no recognition. The Mr. Pete movie. What's that fucking name? The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete. That was another good movie. That got
with
Jennifer Hudson and one of the American Idol, Jordan Spark. That was another good movie. No recognition at all. It's just sad. It's just so sad. Everybody got to be independent. Child, fuck that. Start putting your money where your mouth is. And Kevin Hart just can't be in every goddamn thing.
Well, you gotta have that one token comedian.
But he is not a token. Kevin Hart is just doing a damn.
He is doing a damn thing. But listen,
he got the
I didn't say it. Yeah, he does. But I'm saying Kevin Hart ain't no different from how Eddie Murphy was in the 80s and in the early 90s. Eddie Murphy was the token black comedian who was in every fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like, what other black comedian was doing the damn thing in the 80s and 90s other than Eddie Murphy? Because Bill Cosby was on TV, so he had TV shut down for the blacks, and Eddie Murphy had to shut down for the movies, especially once he came out with Beverly Hills Cop. That was the end of it. That was his thing. Because Eddie Murphy showed us that he could do comedy and drama. And so now it's Kevin Hart's turn. He's talking.
I haven't seen him in a dramatic role yet.
Who?
It's all comedic. Kevin Hart.
Yeah, well, what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right.
But
who I love as a dramatic actor? Mike Epps. For some reason, like he is coming into his own, and I really can't wait to see him as the other actor. Oh my God, I keep forgetting these names.
Oh, Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. That's like his face right in my damn head. So I can't wait to see that. So
yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah. So,
and Andre 3000 as Jimmy Hendrix.
Where is this movie at?
They still
Where is the movie? I thought I seen a preview
They're
for
probably
it.
trying to find somebody to back that too.
Nancy Grace trying to shut that down too.
Yeah, she is. She's trying to shut a lot of shit down. You want to talk about Nancy Grace?
Yes, let's talk about Nancy Grace.
Let's talk about her. Okay.
So Michaela and I just got finished watching Two Chains on Nancy Grace, and they were having this debate about legalizing marijuana. And of course, she's against legalizing marijuana, and he's for the legalization of marijuana, like many of Americans are in 2015 are for the legalization of marijuana.
Well, okay.
Are you for it or against it?
I'm against it.
Okay.
Why
are you against it?
I think when you say many Americans are, I think it's more so people who smoke who are for it. Because somebody like me, I just think it's silly.
Well, you know what?
I do.
I don't think that it's silly to legalize marijuana. I think the main reason why legal marijuana is illegal is because the United States can't tax it and you can grow your own marijuana, so that's why it's considered to be illegal to be carrying it on you or to be smoking it. Some people do use it as that's the only time I know people to smoke weed for is recreational use, just to use it to get high. Now for me, smoking weed, I've tried it and I smoked it, to maybe last when you had your barbecue, that's the last time. For me, not Mikkel wasn't smoking though.
Yeah.
But my thing is, for me,
No.
weed doesn't give me a good feeling. It makes me paranoid, and I keep hearing all of this shit, and I don't like how
That's probably because you're not used to doing drugs.
Yeah, and then you might say something, and then I respond like 30 seconds later because I'm thinking about what you said, and I'm thinking about all this other shit, and I'm like, oh, please don't say
Well,
that.
you do that when you ain't high.
It's just crazy. Fuck you. It's just, sometimes it is hard to catch. Not hard to catch on, but
Yeah.
like, bitch, that went over my head.
It's
Wait a
a
minute.
lot of it goes over your head.
Fuck you. So, so I'm for the legalization of marijuana. Only thing I don't, just like if you drink, you shouldn't be high and you shouldn't be driving. If you're smoking marijuana in the confines of your home, I'm okay with that. And you shouldn't be doing it while your kids are around or while your kids are in the area. Just like when I was growing up, first of all, I never seen my mom drunk, or I never seen her drink anything. You might drink a beer, but not nothing that's going to get you fucked up. You don't do that stuff around children. I don't believe you should be doing that. And marijuana's defense. And what's her name? Nancy Grace's defense was, okay, you got people out here making their children smoke pot, and that's wrong. Okay, we all know that's wrong. What is it that you want 2 Chainz to say? So if you're saying, oh, if you legalize marijuana, you're going to have children smoking pot, and they shouldn't be smoking pot. Yes, that's true that you got some stupid ass parents out here that will smoke a joint and then give it to their child and let them smoke it just to get a laugh out of them, seeing them high. Ain't nothing funny about seeing a child high or seeing a child drunk, okay? And drinking alcohol is legal if you're over 21, but you still got people out there that gives it to kids, and that's wrong too. So 2 wrongs still don't make it right. It's just like her defense just wasn't making any sense to me. And then you want to say, so what? 2 Chainz got a 4.0 when he was in college, okay? So what? He has 2 kids. If he wants to smoke weed and he's not doing anything wrong besides just smoking weed, mind your motherfucking business. It shouldn't affect you, And I'm here for it. And then not only that, marijuana also has its medicinal purposes too. For people that have certain certain illnesses, it calms them down. That's why a lot of these parents are moving to states where it is legal so they can give it to their children, or wherever the medicinal purposes is used for, because it just relaxes them and it doesn't cause them to have seizures and a lot of stuff. So marijuana does have a lot of good. It does have some cons and it does have some pros to it too. But I think it has more pros to it than cons. And I don't see anybody going crazy off of smoking marijuana. I don't see anybody overdosing on marijuana. You rarely hear anything about somebody driving and crashing something because they were high on marijuana. Normally it's because they were drinking and driving, and their blood limit was higher than the state limit. So I'm for it. But I just felt like she was trying to come down on him throughout the whole interview. And I'm going to let you talk because I need some water.
Oh, now?
Yes.
I don't smoke, so I don't see a purpose for it. It's silly.
That's
I
understandable.
think I would be more for the medicinal purposes
more than recreation.
more than recreational if I knew people who needed it for medicinal purposes. But truth be told, how many of us really know somebody who needs? How many of us know? I'm not saying that there are people that don't, but truth be told, how many of us really know a lot of people who need marijuana for medicinal purposes?
I don't, but you know what? It's some people that have glaucoma that
Yeah, that's some
smokes
people.
it
Yeah, we're
and-
talking about some people, but I'm
I
saying
don't know.
there's a lot of 90% of the people that we know that smoke marijuana do it just to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not, to me, it's not attractive at all. It's just not attractive. I have said time and time again, maybe because I don't smoke, you can always see the physical transformation on someone who smokes marijuana before they smoke it. I say to a lot of people, "Oh, you smoke, don't you?" And then how you know?
Because your lips turn
How wouldn't
black.
I know? Not even just your lips, your whole face gets this darkness to it. Like, why
Right.
wouldn't I know that you smoke? Like it's not. So, and people who smoke, when someone who says that to them, a lot of times they get offensive by it. They get offended because, "Oh, what are you trying to say?" And it's like, you don't understand. You're so used to doing it that you don't even realize the physical appearance that it's changing your look in your face. And me, I love a beautiful face. I just do. And so when I see a beautiful face that is tampered with, I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. I just say, "You
crazy
smoke."
because, you know, from the people that I know that do smoke weed, I haven't seen. The only thing I've seen change is the color of their lip.
That's
Not like a wrinkle in their face.
the color
or
of your
their
lips changing
eyes.
is a physical transformation.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's the only thing I see.
Well,
But not like some people say, "Oh, I lost weight from smoking weed."
wait, yeah.
Lost weight from smoking weed.
Some people do, but
Yeah.
truth be told, why would you want to continue to smoke something that makes your lips turn dark black?
But some people do.
Like, that's not cute. Like, me, I was just texting somebody today, and we were talking about kissing and stuff. Not us kissing each other. No. But we were talking about kissing. And he said to me, he said, "I'm so self-conscious on kissing people." And I said, "Why?" Even though I knew why, but I wanted him to say it. I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I'm self-conscious. I don't want my breath to stink." And he said, "And also I smoke, and I don't want me to have that smell on my breath, and I'm smoking somebody who don't smoke." And I said, "See, there you go. There's so much to it." And it's like, I don't want to be kissing nobody who, like, go
But
brush
you
your
know
teeth.
what?
Like,
There are some things
I'm not
you
saying that
can-
that's why it shouldn't be legal, but it's to me, there are so many other things that we could be talking about other than legalizing marijuana. It's like 95% of the people who want it to be legal are people who get high on a regular basis and not people who need it for medicinal purposes. Because I guarantee you, people
But
who
it's
need
a recreational use.
yeah,
Like,
but
just when they say recreation, not just say, "Bitch, I'm doing it just because I want to do it."
yeah.
Just like drinking. Okay, some people drink because they want to drink. They don't say recreational use. God damn it,
Right, you drink 'cause you wanna
because
drink.
you want to get drunk.
Yeah, but I don't. But see, liquor
Or
is
not
hard-
just to get drunk.
But
you
liquor
know, you
has
wanna
been
get that
legal
blood
for
from it.
liquor has been legal in this country for
For
what?
almost 100 years. Over 100 years.
No, not even close.
Prohibition
to
was what?
90. Prohibition was in the
1920s.
1920s.
Almost 100 years.
No, well, prohibition went through. Well, it depends on when in the 20s. 100 years ago was 1915.
You know, I ain't got time to go back.
Okay, but yeah, you know, I know.
Somebody out there, as Justin James
Because
said,
remember,
fact check, let us know.
prohibition was still legal in the early 1930s when Herbert Hoover was president. And it wasn't until Franklin Roosevelt became president in 1933 when he turned around and legalized it. And 1933 to 2015 is only 78 years.
But let me tell you something.
Well,
If there
I'm
was
sorry,
no way-
it's only 82 years.
Since 20 something?
1933
Oh,
to
yeah,
2015 is
You're
only
right,
82
you're right.
years. Of course.
But look, somebody out there, some history buff out
Yes.
there will let us know.
Well,
After
yeah.
going to Wikipedia. And they get us together,
Me.
because we don't know our shit.
Yes, please get Azalea Banks me together. Okay? Do your homework.
Bitch, one comment had 200 likes, and they came for you, and I said, oh my God. But,
Well, I hope they're in Atlanta in September.
yes, well, you know they ain't going to say it to your face.
Well, of course
They
not.
ain't going to say, well, bitch, you know, I don't like you because what you
No,
said.
they're not
No,
gonna
they
say
ain't going to do that.
No.
So,
What
yeah,
Beyonce do to that guy who called her bitch? Hey.
wait a minute, is that when she was on tour?
When she was in the mall. And that guy said, that bitch, she didn't even speak to me. Remember the white guy called her a bitch on her DVD?
I forgot all about that. I'm
Remember
like,
he said
what are
that?
you
Because he was
talking
like,
about?
oh, Beyonce, Beyonce. And she walked past him. He called her a bitch. He was like, she didn't even speak to me, this and the third.
So
And
they
then she
showed
heard
her
about
that she
him.
hugged him?
And then she heard about him calling her a bitch, and she went back and gave him a hug. And then she said something smart when she walked away, like, yeah, I get this all the time, something like that. Yeah, so I don't care. But
So,
yeah.
let me know if y'all for legalization or not.
Let me tell you something. I am not for it, but I will be honest with you. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care because I don't smoke, so it wouldn't make me a bit of difference if it was legal or not. I just wish this. I just hope that if it is legalized, that people have, well, they don't have it now, but hopefully they will have. Hopefully people will have a little bit more respect for themselves and others if it is legalized. What I mean by that is, I remember when we were younger, guys would be getting high or whatever the case may be outside, and if they saw an older person walk by, they would put it away.
Oh, not
even if they
these
didn't know,
motherfuckers
even if
every
they
day.
didn't know the older person, they would put it away due to respect. I knew some of my older cousins who wouldn't even get high outside. They would get high inside. And in my grandmother's house, they would go all the way up to the third floor. Kind of like how this house is. They go all the way up to the third floor because they knew her ass didn't go up there. They get high up there away from everybody. But see, nowadays, people don't even do that. People get high on the corner. They stand on the corner. They roll up on the corner. People walking past, coming from
It
church,
ain't
and people
cute.
just roll.
It's not like they
cute.
got you on camera. They could just get you right now.
It's
'cause
not
they seen
cute,
you
right?
rolling up
That's
or
why
something.
I just hope that if it is legalized, people just go back to having a little bit more respect than what they have today. I know it's a long shot of asking, you know, but
But it really will save taxpayers a lot of money.
I'm
because
sure it
a lot of
probably
people,
would.
Because a lot of people go to jail for those offenses,
Right.
and then Philly got so fed up with charging people for marijuana. Right. It's just like now they're like, bitch, if you get caught,
Right.
we're fine.
And I agree with 2 Chainz. I agree with 2 Chainz when he says it's ridiculous to have that on somebody's record because they were arrested for an ounce of weed or something like that. Like, come on. And then now it's hard for them to get a job. Like he said, nope. Excuse me. It should never be hard for somebody to get a job because they were arrested for having weed in their pocket. Like what? Like, are you serious?
A
Like,
lot of
that's
companies look
silly.
down on it, but if they could tax it, I don't think it would be a problem. Because people drink, bitch. Some people go to work drunk, or people go get drunk right after work and still show up to work. So don't say that just because somebody getting high, that don't mean. I mean that means they're just because they get high, they're gonna come to work and not do their job. Like no. Not unless somebody's an expert that know all the lasting effects of marijuana and what it does. Because I know that alcohol does something to people too. So,
What are we talking about next?
Next thing we're going to go to. Let's see. No. Let's talk about Sierra's new single. Did you get a chance to hear it? Well, I heard it. And it's called I Bet. And it's about her little breakup with Future and how she bets he's going to try to get back with her once she finds somebody new. I think the song is cute for her. It might be a little hit for her.
She said, I bet he's going to try to get back with her when she finds somebody new.
Yeah.
Oh, because right now he ain't paying her no money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Like the rest of the world.
But a lot of people do it. Like, if you break up, it's all right, fuck that bitch.
Went over his head, too.
No, I didn't hear you. But, but you know what I'm saying? So, no, but I heard what you said about her. I caught that. But if you said something else, I didn't hear you.
What did I say about her?
Well, you said, obviously he ain't fucking with her or something like that. I caught it.
Yeah, it said something after that, too.
I didn't hear that part.
I said, obviously, you said, no, he's not fucking with her. Because I said, obviously, he's not paying attention to her now. You said, no, he's not. I said, yeah, like the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that part. That was shade. But see, I think that was heavy shades. A lot of people were talking about the song, and a lot of people were excited about the song.
Well, that's good for her.
For me, knowing her talent and knowing her music, because I actually have her albums, she can come harder. And she can sing with a lot more emotion
than what's on
that song. So it's like, let's make this believable. If you're going to really sing about what you're going through, make it believable. She has songs like I Found Myself, So Hard, and all of that stuff where she was singing about personal shit and you can feel the struggle that she was talking about. Because when she broke up with Bow Wow, that was some deep shit she was singing about.
Oh my God. How can I forget that?
Yes. So come on, Sierra, you can come harder than that. And basically, honestly, I mean, people are here for your tears, but people want you to entertain them. Right. That's what you're here for. Right. So I hope that you do that. Because I'm Out would have been a perfect song if it would have came out this year versus that song. Because that's a breakup song, and that would have been real good for you.
Well, you know,
and her going through what she's going through, too. Ooh, that would have been perfect. That
Well,
would
you-
have been
Well, you know, a perfect song for her to sing on her tour, if she goes on tour, is Resentment.
You are not going to do this today, and I'm not.
You don't think she could do that?
No, I could do it though.
First of all, Sierra would look bomb in that wedding veil, and she would look bomb in that white outfit. What? She would kill that white outfit. That'd probably be the only thing she kill on that stage, but she would kill it.
I'm not going there with you.
It's the new year, y'all. Come on, we didn't throw any shade in the last video.
Yeah.
Let me just throw some shade.
But yeah, so I'm happy for Sierra. I like the new song, but bitch, you know who got that fire? Jasmine motherfucking Sullivan.
Everybody's loving that.
Oh, reality show. That album is the fucking
I'm
bomb.
gonna get her back on the show.
Yes, I do. Oh, no, what is that?
It's Lent.
I don't know where that came from, but yeah. So don't do it.
Wow. This is like I just left work with a bunch of goofies and came here.
So listen, y'all. I love the album. I think I might do a review for it. I just want y'all to just listen to it from beginning to end. There is no song that you can skip.
That's just
Okay?
like her last album.
None. I don't know what. It's just she's that great.
Her
as a
last
singer.
album was the same way.
Yes, it's two songs that I'm not too fond of, but which I can listen to.
You can overlook, yeah.
Yeah, and I can overlook the first song with Meek Mill because it's the beginning, and when it go off, like you don't even know it go off because it's going right into that second song. And bitch, she talking about, yeah, my hair and my ass fake. So what? But it pays my rent or some shit. Then she say her tits take her to places she can't even pronounce. Like, that song, that Mascara song is the fucking bomb. But I think my favorite song on there is a song called Forever Don't Last, where she's talking about, you know, something don't last forever. She just put so much soul into that. And I think, like, my little Get Up song is Stanley, because she's just singing about how he ain't taking her out and shit. She like take a bitch to dinner, take him to lunch.
I hope her mother is watching this video like she was a few
Yes.
years ago, because we would love to have Jasmine.
I still, you know
back
what?
on
I
the
still got the
Scorpion show.
email, so I'm a
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, we actually had Jasmine Sullivan on this show back in 2010.
Ooh, yes, when
2010.
when Love Me Back came
4
out.
years ago. That
Five.
Was 4. Well, 5 this December.
Yeah.
But it's 4.
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah. 2010. 2010.
I thought it was 2009.
No, 'cause
2010. Oh, sure, you sure was.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, like as long as she don't just quit after she dropped this new album, we good. We on the same. We got so much to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
So much,
Yeah.
like,
And the probably would have to be a 2-part.
Yeah.
The second part to be reality.
'Cause I wanna
wanna
know-
know what the fuck happened when you
and what
after.
And what happened to the girl that put that video of you out there like that?
Yeah.
With calling her fat and everything. What happened to her?
Because
Did you-
remember, we interviewed her in December of 2010, and by February 2011, she was off the scene. And remember, everybody was like, well, what? Wait a minute. Did she say something to y'all? Because what happened to her? It's like, we don't know. It's like, she just disappeared.
But I know that she be at people concerts and
Yeah.
stuff backstage. Like, oh, you still love it? Something's going on.
Right.
Did the record label try to drop you? Were they not happy? We need to know.
We need her back on this show.
Yeah, so y'all got to get that album. It's called Reality Show, and it's fucking good. And I hope she do make a video for Stanley, because that would be cute for her and something different besides just, oh, I'm an R&B singer. That will probably, you know, get more ears to her music.
She's so talented. Like,
yeah,
she's
very
like
talented.
vocally talented. Like.
And she's still writing for y'all favorites too, so I know the checks was coming in.
Okay.
Because they was like, Jasmine wrote Monica. She wrote a lot of songs on Monica.
First of all,
album.
Jasmine Sullivan ain't going broke.
Oh, no.
No, she's not.
But she's still in Philly.
But
She's
she's
not
still
going
in, well,
nowhere.
hey, that's all right.
I know
She
that's
has a
right.
nice. We got nice places in Philly. Hey, LaBelle still live here too.
In the suburbs.
Okay, but okay, and
Like, I'd be damned if I'm a Philadelphia resident. So-
Patty know better. Patty knows better not to say
That'd be at
that.
her house.
Yeah, she know better. She's trying to make that market though.
And speaking of these singers, child, Mariah Carey must have been watching my videos. Because I've been telling y'all for a long time. What have I been saying? Mariah Carey needs to go where?
To Vegas.
to Vegas. And where she's going?
To Vegas.
To Vegas. So congratulations to Mariah fucking Carey.
That's a cat. She don't never got to do nothing else again.
Ever.
Ever again.
Her kids could be homeschooled.
She
Mama
never had
on
to do
stage
nothing.
for her. She don't. Bitch, she's taking care of her future great-grandchildren.
She's thinking about the
Bitch,
fifth generation
fuck
after
Nick
her.
Cannon. Nick Cannon gonna have going. Them kids don't ever have to do anything.
You think I would?
Yes, because I think you would want to try.
Yeah, I would want to try. I'll try.
To live up to the success of her mother.
But yeah,
They don't ever have to
I
do
won't make no
anything.
promises. It's like no, I would definitely want to get up and work. But just to know that once you get off of work, you can just do any fucking thing you want.
Anything.
That's the luxury of it. You know what I mean? Who wants to really go to work hard? Because most of the working people like myself, we go to work hard, and then be like, damn, I gotta pay this fucking bill.
That was shade,
Gotta do this shit. What was shade? What is
It's
that?
about because working people like myself.
Yeah. No, bitch.
Right.
No. Well, actually, no, it wasn't shade. But it's funny because
If the shoe fit.
you caught shade that I wasn't even fucking throwing. No. But I'm saying, people who work, we think, even yourself, like what? You think about shit that you gotta pay, like shit that you owe. People like that who are rich, like they go to work and they go home and be like, oh, where am I gonna eat out tonight?
Oh, I know what I'm thinking about.
Bitch, I'm thinking about is there any
Bill
ooh to do
yesterday.
right? Of course.
I said, ooh, because I forgot all about this bill.
Right.
And they called my house. So I'm like, it must be serious. They called my house. So, it's the bills that got to get paid. So, shout out to Mariah, who don't ever have to do anything, but I'm so glad that you're going to Vegas because I think it's an insult to your career to just keep releasing albums and nobody's buying them and you're taking it seriously.
Right.
Now, I can see if you was just throwing out shit,
And
this is
just
for the
saying,
girls.
no, yeah, this is it. But you're actually being serious, and you're
Yes.
releasing these albums that nobody's buying. They're walking past in Walmart,
Yes.
and when they get to the album, people say, "Wait, I didn't even know Mariah Carey. Is this a whole album?"
Okay.
And then they look at the copyright 2015, and it's like, oh.
So Mariah, you don't
Yeah.
just put out something for Christmas, remix All I Want for Christmas or something.
No, don't remix
And
that.
keep
That is
moving.
such a classic. Leave that alone.
It's,
Because I'll be very upset if you messed that up.
so if she's, and I heard she's gonna be getting paid 475K per show. So
Wait a minute, shut up.
go ahead.
$475,000 per show. Mm-hmm. So if she did, let's say she did 15 shows in 1 month, that's $712,500.
No, that's more than that. You didn't write for. I'm not going to judge you, but you didn't put.
Yes, I did.
You didn't put 4 zeros after the. 3 zeros after the 475.
Wait, I didn't? Yes, I did, because it was 3 zeros after that.
Put 475
475,000
times.
15. Oh. Bitch! You were right! I didn't! Wow! Bitch! And that's only 15 shows!
Yes. So just maybe she probably do Friday to Sunday. I
Like,
don't know.
I'll just pick.
But she went to Ellen today. She moseyed her ass on to Ellen and told Ellen, I'm going to Vegas. And then she offered people, she surprised people and gave them tickets to the show and everything.
She went to Ellen today?
Mm-hmm. So congratulations to Mariah.
Did she wear a long
Carey.
gown?
You know she always has on a gown. Every time. Did I accidentally delete those notes? No. So, Wale. I didn't see Wale's video, but he wrote a blog on Nicole Bitch's website.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about what happened to the positive black women in Hollywood and how basically how Hollywood has changed women, the perception of them. Like a lot of women, they're light skinned or they wear no clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to the Lisa Bonet's and Jada Pinkett's, that were fully clothed.
And we respected it.
And we respected them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that it was a great article from what I read. And basically it piggybacked to what I was talking about on Monday when I was talking about having the respect for yourself and the respect for your body. He has a song called My Body, and he wrote why he chose this, brown-skinned woman to be in a video. I'm just glad that Wale talked about it. You don't have to have the women all naked in your videos and degrading women. But I think it also goes to why a lot of women do these things is because what they see on television. Mm-hmm. You don't have television shows like we used to when we were growing up.
Right.
Now everything is reality show. who got the hottest Louboutins, who dresses the best, who can pop bottles and bust them over the head and people. It's just, we don't have the positive black women on TV. And if you do, you got to look hard to find it or nobody's watching the show. So I just want to say thank you to Wale for writing it and being a man that's from the rap industry to come out and ask that question. That is big. Because we all know how they got to have the naked women in the videos wearing no clothes. And, you know, I'm just glad that he wrote that. And I hope that for the rest of his rap career that he don't have women in there degrading themselves just to be in a video for 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So shout out to you, Wale, for that. So did you see Love and Hip Hop?
I kind of gave up on that show. I don't even know. I have not, to be honest with you, I haven't even watched a full episode.
It was boring.
I haven't watched a full episode at all.
That Chrissy chick that's going with Chink Santana.
Who?
Chrissy, the white girl.
No, who? The other person?
Chink Santana, he's a producer. I think he worked with Ashanti or something like that, or some other producers. But, I mean, other rappers or whatever. But she's dumb. Why are you talking to Rich Dollaz about your man and what he's doing? If you have any questions, you go see him. You know, she's just dumb. She don't know if he's going to be with her or if he's with other women, and she don't trust him because he's in different studio. He could be in the studio, and it could be other women in there and suck his dick and all of that stuff. If you have to have all of those thoughts about somebody, baby, listen to your intuition and let that go. You don't need those kind of thoughts going through your head. And when you do, and you know something ain't right, and he's acting like it ain't right, let it go. And that's just not for her. That's for y'all too that's out there watching. For any man or any woman out there going through that, let that shit go. And if you say something about it, and they're still doing what the fuck they want to do, let that go. Don't let that be a burden to you. There's other people out there for you. And Sen and that girl, Erica, is just dumb. Now you got somebody else coming and telling you, oh, she's stealing money, she's doing this, and then y'all not trusting each other. Oh, you fucking this guy. First of all, y'all both ain't really meant to be together. Y'all both fucking dick anyway. If you're gonna be together, but y'all not. That's not how with your relationship. You know, I just don't like their relationship no more. At first it was fun and cute, and now they don't trust each other. They fucking men on the side. Then they both trying to call each other dumb. Call each other cheating. Y'all both cheating. Y'all ain't need to be together. So I'm done with that. Tara, you went off on Peter, and Peter deserved to get red like that. But see, you stupid because you let that go on for 13 years. 13 fucking years. It took you 13 years just to sit at a dinner table and tell them how you felt while y'all in Trinidad? Really?
Oh, they didn't go to Bermuda?
No, they went to one of them fucking islands. You know what? I can't say they all the same because then y'all not coming for me.
Yeah, please don't.
But I think that was in Trinidad.
This is my week.
Yeah. I think they were in Trinidad. And she went off on him. She like, I'm not doing it anymore. Every time I get chance after chance. Oh, she went off for 40 days and 85 nights. That bitch went off. All Peter could do was get up and just leave. Because he done lied to the girlfriend that's pregnant, well, his wife. When she went off the
Whoa! You scared me touching me. I was in the zone, and when you went like that, you touched me, that scared me. You know why? Because you touched me and this went off at the same damn time. So I felt this vibrate and you touched me. So what the fuck? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's really scared me.
So it was just the line where she said, I done fucked with you for 13 years and then you gonna put a ring on that bitch? She just went off and I felt all frustrated, but I still kept saying, you sat there and dealt with this for 13 years. Women, men, I hope when y'all watch these shows, y'all are really learning something. Like, you know you're not going to take this from nobody. Even if you was in that situation, don't put yourself through that shit. And then that dumbass, you mad about him cheating on you, talking about that's even worse than what I know. It ain't worse than what you did, bitch. You calling your daughter a fucking dog and lied to him for 2 years about not having a daughter.
Wow.
Then it's her mom coming in like she running shit. Like, girl, bye. Moms need to stay out of their daughter's business. If he ain't beating up on her, stay the fuck out of it. Then on to Mob Wives. Big Ange. I love Big Ange. But she tried Renee. Because if y'all gonna keep saying family's off limits, family off limits, you know, you don't throw what the family did to your family. You don't bring that up. You don't do that. Because, you know, Renee's husband and Big Ange's cousin, it was a robbery going bad because somebody ended up getting killed. And, you know, Junior was wearing the wiretaps and he got everybody all set up.
Junior was Renee's husband.
Yeah, Renee's husband.
That's in jail now.
He ratted, because, you know, that's the big word,
that's
rat. Everybody's a rat, bitch.
Everybody's a rat. Everybody's a fucking rat on my wife. Well, I would hate to see a real one.
Everybody is a rat. Everybody is a rat. So, it's sentencing day for Big Ange's cousin. He got 37 years in jail. And Big Ange was upset because, you know, she's like, damn, 38 years, I know you do the time, and you did the crime, you got to do the time. But she was just really hurt by that. And her and Renee, them having a conversation leads to them talking about Natalie again. And Renee is just like, why do you keep fucking with this bitch? Why do you keep defending her? She's going to turn your back on you. Big Ange's like, I don't give a fuck. She could say whatever she want to say about me. If I put it out there, it's going to get out there. She's like, what she does doesn't affect me. Shouldn't affect you. Like, she just saying, I'm neutral to everybody. You can't tell me, basically, you can't tell me who I should fuck with and who I can't fuck with. And Renee like, bitch, I've known you for 20 years. And you just letting this bitch in, and she's going to get dirt on you, and she's going to do, and Big Ange's like, I don't give a fuck. Let her tell it. Let her spill the tea. And then, like, when it was at the dinner scene, they were talking, and the new Natalie comes on, and they're talking, and she's like, what's up with you and this rat shit? Like, you got some nerve to call somebody's a rat when your fucking husband's a rat. Renee goes off. Big Ange gets up. Big Ange, and, you know, she's throwing fists, and then they cut the fuck off. I'm over it. But Big Ange, like, you can't take your frustrations out on Renee because of her husband. That's not cool. And you know better than that. And I'm gonna give you a pass because I know that your emotions got the best of you because of what's going on. So that wasn't cool at all. So Mob Wives, it was good. Like, y'all really missing a good ass show because everybody's a fucking rat, and Drita ready to just beat everybody the fuck up. And did you watch that SB interview on the Breakfast Club?
No, but I'm gonna watch it.
He was very respectful.
Of course he was.
Very.
Of course he was.
They are going to get back together.
Yeah, but I heard, but this is what I heard. That she's been saying some not so nice stuff about him in interviews.
She's throwing shade.
Yeah, but I don't understand why. Like, I never understood why people do that. When you break up with somebody, you always have something negative to say. They have some negative stuff to say about them. I've never not once talked down on anybody. Have you ever heard me say anything negative about anybody that I've ever dated?
No.
No, because that's not my motive. That's not my MO. I don't do that. I don't talk bad about somebody that I was with. Like, that's why I can remain friends with those people that I used to talk to, because it's no animosity. Like, to sit there and badmouth somebody and say negative stuff. Like I said, I didn't hear what she said, but I'm just talking about people who do this. It's not cool to badmouth people, especially in public. I don't understand when people do it. I used to tell one of my friends all the time, stop talking bad about people on the internet, on Twitter, when you were just 2 weeks ago in love with them and now you can't stand them. Like, what are you doing? And, oh, it's my page, I can do that. It is your page. But you know what? You're looking like a fool. Because every time you turn around, oh, I think I found the one. Oh, okay, well, this is January 15, 2018.
What time is it?
I'll see in a week or two if the one is still the one. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, stop doing that. And when people said that he was very respectful, I can only imagine that he was respectful, because he never came across as an ignorant guy. He never came across as somebody who would be disrespectful. I just never got that from him. What I didn't understand is how a lot of Nicki Minaj fans were just talking bad about him. Oh, he don't need to be speaking. Why? Well, why? Well, because Nicki already spoke. Well, okay, Nicki told her side of the story. Now he has a side too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I had a few of her fans say that to me. Well, what does he need to speak for? Because didn't Nicki already say? Do you see how
Nicki
stupid?
Bird ain't golden.
Yes, and who's saying Nicki's telling the truth?
And he was saying that he would never get on interviews and
Badmouth her, right?
He didn't even want to do interviews. And you know he could be making a lot of money because
of course he could.
All of them magazines want to know, like, bitch, what happened?
And they will buy it. They will pay for that.
And they're like, and I didn't know he was with her for 13 years.
He was with Nicki Minaj before Nicki Minaj was Nicki Minaj.
I know that.
So you know he has the original tea bag. Not the tea, but he has the original tea bag. Okay? He got the tea bag, the cup, and the hot water. So don't sit there and say, oh, well, why does he need to talk, bitch? Because he was there before we knew who she was. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He was there before we even knew that was her boyfriend. I used to think that was just some hype man that never got on stage.
And he talked about why they couldn't, say that they was together. He talked about a whole lot in that 45 minutes. And that one thing I got from it, I can say that he's a very nice guy. He kept saying that Nicki was his soulmate. They talked about Nicki crying on Angie Martinez's show. Very respectful. Only thing I didn't like is that he kept smacking his lips every time he spoke. And.
Well, he got those big ass lips.
Like, then he kept licking them throughohout the whole thing. Like,
you got them big ass
soup
lips.
coolers. I'm like,
soup
oh
coolers.
my God.
So he got them DSLs.
Don't do that. It's a mess. So yeah, make sure y'all listen to that interview because it's good. And yes, he is getting some checks because I checked to see what songs he had his name on a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
So he did help her
Right.
write those songs even though he wasn't featured.
Right.
So
And then then somebody gonna say to me, no, they didn't say it to me. They're gonna say, now he want to claim he helped Nicki write some of her songs. And I said, is it that hard to believe that somebody helped her write those lullabies?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think she came up with them by herself? You know?
Yeah,
it's a good thing that he's admitting that he helped her. Because God forbid if she admits that she wrote all those that
because he was like, Nicki doesn't. So he's like, so Nicki doesn't write all of her songs. He's like, no, everybody gets help when they do this. Of
course they do. That's why I didn't understand when everybody was so hell-bent on Mariah Carey writes everything. I'm sure there's somebody who helps her.
Yeah, she
don't write everything. But I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in the studio. Well, she is a songwriter, but there's a lot of songwriters who get help. There's a lot of songwriters who get inspiration. Like, I could be a songwriter and you sitting here talking about something, and I take what you're talking about and I use that or whatever, and then I say, we keep talking, well, that means that you're helping me. Right? Mm-hmm. Right.
That happened to Janet,
What?
With her ex-husband, he wanted... He got them royalties from that Velvet Rope album.
Well, remember, what's the name husband wanted that too? Anita Baker. Mm-hmm. Remember, he said, because you know what? Just because somebody is not sitting there with you and saying, okay, you write that verse and I write this verse, does not mean that they're not helping you write that song. I could be sitting here telling you a story about what happened to me, and you could take it and interpret it into your way. Yes, I helped you write that. Mm-hmm. You won't give me a fucking check. What? Are you kidding me?
Yep, he got his money. And his names are on those songs. Like that whole album, his name is on it. So, I don't know what else he's going to do to get money. But, he just, that Safari guy, he's a very nice guy from what I got from that interview.
He got to be a nice guy when his girlfriend was flaunting her body and ass all over the place.
And, he was just saying how he wasn't bothered with Nicki Minaj. He blocked a lot of stuff out that she would do, like kissing Lil Wayne and... lap dancing on Drake and all of that stuff. He took a whole lot. So, it's a shame. It's a shame. I do think that one day they're going to get back together. I feel it. Because the way he talked about her, the way she cried about him, and he was saying that song Bed of Lies, like he was there when that song was written, so the song's not about him. He could spill all of her tea.
I just told you that. He has the tea bag. Spill it, he can cut the bag open. Let me just rip this bag open and dump the tea in the cup.
Yeah, so make sure y'all take some time out to listen to that interview this weekend. And Empire. Oh, God.
Excuse me. Keep talking.
Empire was that mother effing show last night. I freaking love the show. I'm hooked on it. Of course, I want to talk about it every week, but I know that everybody didn't see the episodes and stuff or want to catch up on it. At this point of the show, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know now is that the feds want her to. They want Cookie to tell. They want Cookie to take the stand now. I don't know what's going to happen. I know she ain't going to get killed because she's one of the main characters. But she's just giving me Mary J. Blige throughout this whole past episode of the show. I don't think that she really loves. She probably loves her children, but for her son, the gay son, she has an agenda. You fucking tried it! Who you going down on and taking a bed for, bitch? You went. You try. I'm like, he probably, I don't know what he's doing.
Bitch, I
She went
charged
down.
my phone up last night and set it on the side and was in my bed like this for an hour. That is officially my show now. It was so
It was
good.
It was good.
Because you know what? The first episode, I was too busy in my phone tweeting, watching it, so I couldn't catch on. But last night, I said, you know what I'm going to do? My phone is on 30-something%. Let me go charge this. Let me just let this phone charge. And I ain't going to tweet. I ain't even going to talk about it. I'm just going to watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
Baby. It was, and then at the end, and then I love how the commercials are just like
Limited.
20 seconds long.
Okay.
I love that. But when they started to show the previews of future episodes, I was like,
It's going to get good. It's going to get better.
let me tell you something. Cookie is working for them because they're trying to take Lucius down.
Yeah,
That's what
they're going to,
yeah.
but she got her own agenda.
Yeah,
like,
she does have her own agenda.
with her son, I feel bad because it's like we want to put it out there that you're gay. Like,
But she's using him.
yes,
She's using
yes.
him. That's what she's doing.
That's what she
She's using him.
loves him, but she don't care. She don't really.
Yeah, I don't think like you said, she
paper.
loves him. She definitely loves him, but she's using him to get to where her husband, her ex-husband is, because she's bitter at him for just throwing her by the wayside. Like, she's
Yes.
upset with that.
But that new girlfriend, bitch, her body is everything. And just whoever she is as an actress, she's a very pretty woman. I just like, wow. Ain't a lot of women like that on TV. That's a bad woman. But that other girl gave me my life too because she was so bangy. Portia. Too bangy for me. I loved it. I loved it.
It was really real. Like, that
Yes.
was real.
And Precious, bitch, you tried to go in that man.
She tried to put them shoes on. She
Yeah.
tried to when he was throwing that candy at her, and she
Yes, and she
ain't catch
ate it.
'Cause I-
No. Wait, is my camera still recording? Yes, it is. Like, girl, and Lucius, I don't know how long you got, but yeah, Lucius, you doing a lot of dirty stuff, and you gave that speech, bitch, like you was them fathers that be like, I'm gonna find whoever did this, but it wasn't. I know he was acting, but bitch, you could tell that you was acting. Like, you know you got something to do with this. With killing that guy, and it's all gonna come out. Oh, bitch, you are going down. And then your son, like I said last night on Twitter, he's so hard. He's just trying to be so hard, and he's so velvety inside.
Who?
Like
The rapper?
The rapper. He is so velvety inside.
And you know he's from Philly, and as I'm watching it, because like I said, last night I got a chance to actually get into the show. As I'm watching it, I'm like, I've seen this guy somewhere before, and you know, when I say that, I always remember somebody's face.
God, where you seen him at?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm like,
I don't know. But
God.
you know what is coming to me? I've never seen him with that type of haircut. It was like a low cut haircut. So it's gonna come to me one of these days. It's gonna come to me like I know I've seen him somewhere before. I may have even seen him out on the street. You never know. I just
South Street somewhere.
yeah, but I've seen him before.
But it's gonna go down between them brothers. One of the brothers is that young one is gonna try to take his brother out. I know what's gonna happen. But did you find that believable when he was talking to Barack Obama on the phone?
No, it was very fake.
Like,
Barack didn't find it believable either.
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
He didn't.
So then you know, I was like, but what drug dealer talking to Barack Obama? Then it was like,
Yeah,
oh,
about
well, Jay-Z.
Well, Jay-Z is a different type of drug dealer. A different type.
Barack was.
Yeah, what? He was listening like, wait, what?
Oh my God, the show is just good. And
Like, well, wait a minute. Pause. I'm sorry. Well, Jay-Z. Actually, Jay-Z's not a drug dealer.
Anymore.
He's a businessman.
Yes.
Man.
And so he makes his money the right way.
Yeah, you better.
So, listen, y'all. Don't miss the Housewives of Atlanta this Sunday. For those that's in Atlanta or packing up and heading to Atlanta, do something Martin Luther King Jr. related there, okay? The King Center, that whole strip, got Martin Luther King's childhood home. It has the center with all the artifacts. You go across the street, you can look at the bars that Martin Luther King sat behind. You got the horse carriage that carried his casket. They got letters and everything. They got dresses, pens used. They got Bibles in there. They got so much stuff.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Can I just say something real quick? And 7 years, this is going to be our 7th year on this show. I'm so happy that I'm on this show because we get to talk about stuff and we get to inform people on stuff. And people, not everybody, but people actually go and listen to us and they go and search out what we ask them to do. So, the last video when I talked about Tyranny Mall, I had a lot of people hitting me up saying, I seen it. And they said they saw it and they loved it and they were like, oh my God, you were right. It was so good. So make sure y'all check that documentary out. It's on HBO from what I was told. I didn't see it on HBO. I still don't see it then, but I was told that it's on HBO. So I guess you can go on demand, HBO, under documentaries, and you'll find it. It's called Terror at the Mall. Well, there's something else that I want you guys to go search, and this is on YouTube. Being as though it's January, yesterday was January 15th, Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, his 86th birthday. I need for you guys to go and YouTube Martin Luther King's last sermon. Okay? It is called Jesus, hold on real quick, because I was just thinking about it all day.
Is this what you're talking about? But I don't know if I'm going to make it to the mountaintop.
No, that's not his sermon. That's actually a speech. And I don't want people to get confused by that. Okay. That was the speech that he gave the night before he was killed. This sermon is called the Drum Major Instinct Sermon. And this was given at Ebony, from what I was told, from what I researched, this was his last sermon that he gave at Ebenezer Baptist Church 2 months before he was killed. Okay. I don't think it was his last sermon. I think it was just the last one he gave there. And it's called the Drum Major Sermon. And you have to find, because it's from what I saw, I think it's like a shorter version. But I need for y'all to actually watch the full version.
I'm going to put a link inside the morning.
It's about 40 minutes long, and it's a really good sermon. Baby, when I tell you I'm listening to Martin, first of all, listening to him preach, and I know
Martin Luther King.
Sorry. Listening to I'm going to get it in though, because things can get messy. Not for me.
Oh,
but
I'm not going to.
Don't entertain that. Please don't. But But what was I saying?
The sermon. 40 minutes
the sermon.
long.
It's 40 minutes long, but it's so good. Let me tell you something. Listening to Martin Luther King in this sermon, he reminded me of my pastor, because it's not a video where you watch, it's just the audio that you're listening to, and it just reminded me of listening to my pastor, whatever. And I said to myself, I said, yeah, my pastor is really old school, like he's just giving me this old school flair, whatever the case may be. But the stuff that Dr. King was speaking about in his sermon is so relatable to today. How people that have that drum, and you're gonna, first of all, I know some people are saying the drum major, like what the fuck, but I'm gonna just give y'all a tidbit. He preached about how people want that drum major, they want to live that drum major life, always wanting to be up in front, always wanting to be seen. But you got a lot of people out here who want to be seen, but they can't afford that type of lifestyle or that type. Oh, it was so. What? When I tell you, Dr. King was preaching, and it wasn't no sermon like you'd be like, oh, this is like, you listen to this sermon and you'd be like, yo, is he actually here in 2015? Is he actually on Instagram where you see a lot of these frauds and phonies? Bitch, he was getting in on those people about buying houses that they can't afford. You only making $5,000 or $10,000, but you living in a $20,000 house. He was like, well, where are y'all doing the math at? He was going in. Yes, Dr. King, okay? He was going in. Please look up this sermon, the Drum Major Sermon, okay? And then he preached from St. Mark chapter, He preached from St. Mark, chapter 10, verses 35 through 40. Bitch, and when you read that sermon, because you know I had to go and read it, and I read the whole the chapter, and I read the whole thing, and I highlighted, and then I went back and listened to the sermon. I was like, bitch, he was dead on.
Yeah.
See, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something, Azalea Banks. The wrong thing my slave master did was introduce my great-grandparents to Christ, okay? Because I am loving every minute of it, okay? What? Let me tell you something. Y'all better get into it. Dr. King, let me tell you something. You preach. He preached so good that I really wanted to go and find more of his sermons. Like, bitch, I don't need to find out.
And I want y'all to search. I got a video for y'all to search for. You can go on my Vidster.
What?
I'm only kidding.
What?
I'm only kidding. And find a good video and get you a good one. If you know what I'm talking about. So, and turn the friendly thing off, okay? So.
And this is what, let me tell you something. Let me just show you something. This is what it looks like when you come across it on YouTube. Okay? Because I know it's different versions, but this is what it's going to look like, and this is what it's going to say. Okay?
So on that note,
Yeah, because I'm ready to go home.
we're going to get
starving.
up out of here. Y'all be great. Have a great weekend. Again, if you're going to party, do something MLK related. If you want to party in his name, thank you so much. We will see y'all next week. Peace. And it stopped just on time because the battery was dying.